map to get things going.
No, we start things off here, ladies and gentlemen. The first map of the 2023 season, and everybody is dressed to impress. Here we go. Another hard point.
They actually look so good. But yeah, Slasher, he'll be right up to the power positions. I mean, this is kind of going to be like the most difficult hill in the game, I would say, for this year to actually collect a lot of time. It is incredibly open, but I mean, so far, Boston, not too shabby. Just a little chunk off the rip, but of course, with these annoying angles, with Simp down low with the Vastnev, with the open lines of sight with the ARs, not easy to stay alive.
Look for these close engagements time and time again, awakening a nice 2 in the feed there as we've got 25 seconds remaining here on the first hard point here on Embassy. Again, the state of the game right now, the way pros are playing this one out, expect to see rotations going down very, very early. And by that, we mean heading towards the next hard point location and trying to get your team in the best possible spot. So far, though, so good for Boston. 20 plus, well, nearly 20 seconds of climbing as they're doing the very best they can to hold Atlanta FaZe at bay.
Yeah, and a busy brand new haircut and brand new style, just trying to keep these players at bay. I think there was discussion about him trying to play a little bit more rattier. So you see the corner he's trying to tuck himself inside of, but while he's doing that, Atlanta FaZe actually just collecting the time. Now, it's not the perfect hold for the moment. Plenty of pressure around the hill. Methods inside, there to take him down. Trophies out and abound. Nice little contest time for Boston.
Trophies either side, though, so not a lot of projectiles going to make their way through. A BZ perfect pinch cleaned up. That's a clean break and a good hold now for Atlanta FaZe. Watch that score line change. The question now remains, how long can they hold it? 30 seconds remain. Here come Boston.
Maybe just one more push to try to get these guys off the point, but it is ARs everywhere. This is going to be something to keep track of, by the way, for every single hill, for every single map. The number of Vastnevs compared to the number of like M4s that are going to be used. Because I saw Simp pulled out the Vastnev at the start, already made the switch to the M4. On this hill as well, Abizi, M4 in hand. So it is going to be hill to hill specific of like what the AR SMG meta is going to be. And right now, it's definitely M4 dominant.
Yeah, it's a lot of M4s so far. Selim another mountain with an M4 on your screen. 4-1 since he last dropped. So looking to get himself kill streaks. He does have a precision airstrike and the SAE in the back pocket. We'll see that come into play a little bit later on. The chain, though, doesn't come through. Boston breach. They've got hardpoint number 3 in their hands. Top AC. And Simp, the wind in his hair as he flies forward, but Zinni takes clean care of him. Abizi now, next man up to the plate. Will he give Methods his 3rd kill from atop this spot? Looking to get streaks as well. And again, a solid hold at a Boston breach chance. And we are seeing it time and time again already here on Embassy. It's all about the hold.
And you just see how, yep, the hold is going to be good because the break is that difficult. The double trophies on the hill, a head glitch posted up for the ARs, and that is a ton of time. Nero is just going to be able to soak up the final 20 seconds guaranteed for him. And a massive rotation. Every gunfight going over towards New. It's trades for the moment. And it's looking like FaZe will at least be in the hill first. And yet the trades are on point. The teamwork is there. Strong moves over towards New for FaZe. But for the moment, down by 30.
Again, the move over towards New could be huge. We'll see if this is a perfect 60 in just a moment. Eyes on the players from Boston with a bit of parkour now to try to breach and enter the Embassy. Now on the inside, Vivid has an opportunity to maybe get that opening pick, but so far it's all FaZe in the kill feed. Backline, not safe. Vivid now caught out and aware. This is going to be a much better looking hold now as the rest of his teammates make their way forward. But still, clock ticking, a lot of time gone, all Atlanta FaZe.
Yeah, Boston finally have like cleared out the back spawns, but I mean, it's not like it's not being read for the moment. Slasher on the head, he threw the back door, able to just rip them. And Boston, that might be a moment where they drop the ball because they put that effort to get those back spawns, but it's not looking like they're going to get the scrap. It would have been a farther rotation. Number 7 Awaken actually just basically spawns up at New. So hey, you can avoid getting spawn trapped just by randomly spawning out. That's the way to do it.
Great work out of Slasher already. 5 spree in his hands, 12 and 5 overall. Beautiful work, and it is going to be a perfect 60. Chalk it up for Atlanta FaZe. That's the lead in their hands firmly. Rotation now going down. Selim, the man on your screen, he is above the hard point. If he can make these entry kills and set his boys up, this could be another massive moment as both FaZe and Boston Breach trading these hard points back and forth.
And they're just waiting to pounce, and Slasher maybe waiting for streaks as well as the timing. You see 2 of his teammates on the other side working the pinch, so that's where he makes his move. It is perfect, and hey, Slasher might not have gotten the streaks, but that is a calculated break. They took their time to make it happen, and now they get to let it run.
Prisma on the back pocket. That's going to be streaks acquired now, and that's the lineup there from Celium. Gets the first kill towards the side of the hard point, and this is not a chain technically. You're going to get at least a little bit of time out of this one for Boston Breach, but for now, it's a glorious bit of work as Boston now making their way forward. Abizi with a tactical retreat. Pressure is now mounting. Has to now dip out of the fight, and the pinch is on. Can he stay alive? The Wonder Kid, from out every year of the CDL he's performed in, his teammates are there. Simps backing him up, and the break is there. A final 10 seconds to FaZe. Boston looking towards next.
And I gotta say, for Atlanta FaZe, this is just like phenomenal patience that's coming through. Like the timing's on the break, Abizi not flying into death, and he's talking about the rattier style. You can see he's actually slowed the pace down a decent bit, but where he falls, I think really the success we saw from Boston came from what? The AC Hill, a little bit of success on P1, and then top AC, they got a near full 60. Otherwise, it's been nothing but Atlanta.
Beautiful stuff out of Atlanta. And this man on screen, 15-7 for Slasher, the new man in the team, replacing Arsties after last season and already looking very, very comfortable here in the red. Awakening the man up top now, looking to get his boys back into the hard point. Over 100 points we now cross for Boston Breach, and sorely needed time as Awakening, the man we have touted as to be one of the more dangerous individuals in the league. A little slow here, 9 kills so far to the 11 deaths, but he's looking to add a couple more to the pile, keeping his teammates safe and sound on the point. Beautiful work, Boston, not out of this yet.
And this is honestly about as good as it could really get for a P1 hold. To get a player inside the hill just staying alive. Awakening gets to be the man from the heavens above just with the coverage. But when you're sort of on that like AC side of the map, it just makes the pressure on this rotation that much more difficult. All the Atlanta players, though, they're toted up around the hill, getting broken down for the moment. And you talk about a break that Boston needs, and you talk about the break that they're going to get. It's Abizi, last man standing. Other than him, it is nothing but the breach around the hill.
What a turnaround for Boston Breach. We're going to see a lead change here, but what we will go into for the first time this season is a listen in with Atlanta FaZe.
One time.
Truck.
Let's get back.
He's on the truck. I died.
Gotta get that time.
Truck, let it work.
Gotta get that time, guys.
Yeah, I'm one shot. I have.
Come on, middle. I've been out.
Stay.
Yeah, nice.
I've been out.
I've been holds right now. This time. I'm shooting for new.
I've ace in defense. Yeah, it's good time. Yeah, I'm watching over you.
I'm about to pinch. I'm gonna pinch deep. Leaving you? I'm
I
going
think
over
I'll
inside
you
before.
guys.
I have a Sheik.
Okay, we should try and get orange then now.
Yeah, probably. I'm pinching all the inside before.
Okay, they're playing Megatide, I think. I'm gonna go launch. I'm gonna try to
Top AC on you. He's right above you. Top AC weak. Nice, side before. One shot dead.
Top AC dead. Orange top.
Orange. One shot orange. Absolute in orange.
That's nice.
Still there. Nice, good.
28 plat. I need a trophy though.
I'm trying to get the trophy.
I'm trophy. I'm gonna die. Orange. I'm one shot. That goes here.
Back alley.
Oh, you fucking trolled.
Back. That watch your ladder.
I have your ladder. Okay. I got him orange.
I have your ladder. Play your pinch.
Orange. One shot dead.
Nice. Could be ladder, Chris.
This is really good 30 right now. No bullshit.
And take a listen to that, man. The AC Hill where Boston had all the success last time. We heard Atlanta FaZe break it down. It is the super mega tight setup. And funnily enough for Boston, somehow no one watching the ladder. Abizi jumps up top, absolutely fries him in a break on that hill. Honestly, that's going to be the play of the game.
It's an outstanding run so far from Atlanta FaZe, and they are running all the way to the finish line. First to 250 in the hard point for now, and Boston Breach have been stunned and silenced here on Embassy. Slasher, 21-13 from the back line, looking to make the entries now. Abizi leading the charge with a spree. That's going to be the hard point. That's the break. That's FaZe for the win.
And they are just inside the hill, posted up, every single angle covered. Vastnev M4, it does not matter. The pressure inside the point in the final seconds potentially ticking through. You're going to have to, stack through the hallways to try to make this happen. And maybe you'll get the early break. Maybe you survive for just a moment, but they still got a long way to go.
It's 10 seconds for the win now for FaZe. Boston now holding on with the skin of their teeth. Can they find it? There's 30 seconds on this point. You have to not only win every second here, but also hit the next rotation. Not going to be an easy thing to do. We'll see what Celium can do from the back line. Simp now cracking through those double doors. Nero wins the fight. Massive hold. Methods as well. Nero with 2. The hard point still in the hands of Boston. All 4 down for FaZe.
I mean, hey, they at least forced that rotation. You do have Vivid over in the mix. He's going to be towards the hill first. You got Awakening on the cross, so you have all of your cuts for the moment. And you're still down by about 70, but the kills are going their way. They still have most of the crosses. down but not out. Breach, they're trying to cook something up in kitchen.
The kitchen is up next. We're in there now. Over to Nero. The spree comes to a close. Here comes FaZe and knocking, flying through. Oh my! Big two-piece from Zinni upstairs. Over to the bottom side of the point. And his teammates are winning the fights as well. My good golly. This is not over yet. Methods with another. It's a 5 spree trophy. And now teammates in here. This game ain't over yet.
Oh yeah, this is the crunch time. This is where you start to feel the pressure in that momentum ship at FaZe. They're getting picked apart where they're trying to set up the pinch. Bottom's been open, but Vivid right now has Celium trapped in. A couple trades coming through. Question is, can Methods hold these players off?
Here he goes. Shots are there. Celium with a big win now. The break's on for FaZe. That's going to be it. Surely Vivid can't get anything done. The last man alive. No way in 5 seconds can Methods get there. No. Atlanta FaZe. 1 break was all it took. A good map 1 for them.
Their heads weren't entirely in it. Their focus wasn't in the right spot. We just saw incredibly patient gameplay for the breaks on map 1. And even there, that was an instant setup from those guys in the 2 versus 1 of let's cover each other's crosses, get cornered up, and just making sure that they have everything dialed in. So right now, Atlanta's looking very well prepared.
Different look though in this round. They've pushed towards A, but they're not exactly sending it. Whoa, Nero's little fingertips got spotted out there. Tags in, no kill. Just trying to breach the fortress quite literally right now is Nero.
It's going to be interesting timing with him and Sim as well. Yep, Sim knows he's there. He jumps on it as well. First blood for Atlanta.
That's huge. Now you got a bit of an option to work your way forward. Sim finds his second on the round and a delightful dolphin dive out. Awakening ends the spree. Busy there, making things that a bit harder now for Boston. Before I could even finish the sentence, Methods, the last man left there is Sim. A powerful 2 kills to start the round off. Abezi's compart trade manages to get himself into the second there. The trades are on point, Chance, and Atlanta FaZe looking good so far in the search.
And nice little adjustment as well, right? Awakening on the first round where he was on defense, gets a pick on the P1 side of the map. This time, Simp and Slash are working together, and they knew exactly where Nero was, trying to hit the hop-up spot. And as soon as they get that intel, I mean, they just go and pounce and pick him apart. And I can't remember who it was down low, but Simp definitely ready. He brought this trap. I know a lot of talk about the Vaznev versus the M4. Make no mistake, the Vaznev shreds.
Yeah, it's disgusting. All the guns in this game are disgusting, let's be honest. Except for the mini bag. Except for the mini bag. Never found that one to work out quite well. Dead Silence popped. Awakening though. Nice shots in. Atlanta FaZe are starting to bleed out here. 2v4. It's Simp and Abizi. The terrors. And one of them are taken care of. What can Simp do? The first 1v4 of the season. It's on the cards. There's the opening kill. 1v3. As he's now got to kill 3 members of Boston Breach and defuse the bomb in 35 seconds.
Yeah, and it's also in a situation like this, you don't want to necessarily pop Betty and just go for it. So as soon as he gets a little bit closer, you're going to see all those Boston arrows turn once they hear him, and he'll just make the noise himself, throws the stun, and I mean, there's just too many things to check and not enough time to work with.
Let's see if you can gun Methods, though. Just going to back on up sensibly. Will he get another kill out of this? No, that is that. The round is done. Breach. Watertight work there on offense. Fantastic stuff.
And big picks as well. I can't remember who got the first. Might have been Nero,
Awakening.
but even towards well, yeah, and Awakening got the next one on Slasher as well. Then again, just locking down that flank slide slash like P1 side of the map. So the picks have reigned supreme, and I think effectively, yeah, it's Albagra. It's like a lot of TDM when it comes to S&D on this one. Maybe a couple quick plants will come out every now and again once you get the trophies out on offense, but I think First Bloods will definitely dictate the pace, as those are some very blue eyes on set.
Don't let those baby blues fool you. He's a demon. A lot of demons in this lobby. We affectionately call Awakening Demon Joe. Nero, though, has been the superstar of Search and Destroy for this roster. Oh, an opening, and he catches 2. Slasher caught unaware. Not any more to be had in the round, though. 2v2. Vivid now on the A-bomb site. Will Abizi sniff him out? I don't think he's got any clue. Chance, just over a minute to go.
Yeah, no, they have no intel. They're worried about the flank. They have no idea Vivid's pressured up. So Awakening Vivid basically had the entire map trapped.
Uh-oh.
They spot out Vivid and just rips him. One small mistake, and well, now a 1v2 for Big Wake. Good luck with this one.
Awakening, the man with many nicknames. Big Wake, Demon Joe. We've seen Giga Wake come out a few times. Terrifying sight to behold. Just over 30 seconds to make this 1v2 happen. Celium with the eyes on the stairs towards the gallows, towards that bomb site. And here comes FaZe. They've thrown their nades. Awakening time this right. Spots ahead. Damage dealt. Here comes the challenge. He's done a lot of damage. Not enough time to get the kill, though. Now, ticking away, slowly but surely. Empty pockets. No dead silence to work with either, so he's thundering across the map. Here comes the final hit. FaZe unaware. FaZe! Oh, my big wake! They line up for him. And he's going to take the lead with a sensational round.
Absolutely godlike on that one. Does so much damage even with the Semtex on the front end. And I think both the players on FaZe were probably so weak that they're like, he's going to chow quickly. Like, I have to be here for the coverage. And I mean, 0 time wasted without the dead silence. That is a perfectly played 1v2. And talk about a massive one for the round as well. That'll put Boston up. That's a little bit of momentum, and that is some world champs that he just brought the gunny to.
You know, the best thing is he just went,
yep,
nice, that's good, nice. And the rest of the team is probably super high. Awakening 7-3. With a slight lead now. We're over the halfway mark for Boston Breach. First to 6 here in Search and Destroy.
Oh, and Abizi, by the way, aggressive on the A site. More or less left by himself, and I was going to say, that just means an opportunity to catch him out. Nice work there by Nero. Man advantage, and there's no rush on the bomb plant. They're waiting for Atlanta to overpeak and maybe make a mistake. Cellium does not bite.
Another one for Wake. Adds it to the pile. Simp and Cellium last members left alive now for Atlanta FaZe in the 2v4 retake. Bomb planted. Good luck. Have fun.
And I mean, what do you even do? No room to flank. No room to hit through the front. Perfect snakes coming out of Nero, and maybe a little snake battle on the front end. But yeah,
Boink.
Absolutely
Boink.
Nowhere to go. And Boston Breach, man, putting in some work. All the talk we did about Slasher with the pick-heavy style, I think Awakening versus Slasher for the moment, he's like 3-0, 4-0 against him. So Awakening, he's got the clutches. He's got the number on the picks. And Boston now with a nice little 4-2 lead.
A tidy one, a comfortable one. We're going to keep rolling. See if the momentum right now for Boston Breach can get them all the way across that finish line. Because this has been a great look for them. They're taking the first bloods, they're playing the setups, and they're not letting those gunfights get away from them. 8-3 for Awakening. Beautiful work. It's a nice opening kill there for... Wow, 2 for Sim. How did that happen?
Yeah, that's one of those rounds, you know, Sim just goes and wins it for you. Can't complain about that. And I mean, funny enough, I was watching almost like the psychology of Slasher getting forced in a corner because he can't find the picks, but Awakening is now being singled out, and I don't know if Slasher's going to be the man to finish the job. He's got to send in his teammates for the bait.
Hold on. How did Awakening kill Simp in that situation? He was like stunned on the floor. Simp ran over it. What in the name of all things? Fortress, well, Slasher gets there in time. And that's the final kill. So FaZe, another one on the belt. Back at it we go.
Yeah, Slasher getting back down just a little bit, having to make those mid-round and mid-game adjustments, as it were. But hey, bait out a teammate, get a little bit of confidence flowing, and get ready for the next round. But shout out to Simp for that one. He wins it for him with a 2-piece off the opening break.
Unreal. We'll see what he does this time round. Chris Lair, world champion MVP. Back in Cold War. Who's their world champ there? A sensational crew he's had so far, and here we have it. Slasher has eaten everything thrown at him. Done. Finally. He's had his fill. He's done. Back over to Simp now, trying to get into the fight. Tags are there. Can't get either of them done. Boston Breach, the firing squad from inside the fortress. The cannons get the job done. Good round.
And just there for the coverage. I think it might have been Vivid that was in the back window that's able to jump down and help out his boy. And it's Vivid there towards the end to finish off the final kill. But we saw the strat from Atlanta try to get aggressive out on towards that A site, but couldn't deliver on the first blood. A way too many nades after the fact. And now the pressure is on. See if they can make the comeback that Boston nearly orchestrated in map 1. Not an easy map to make these comebacks on, though. Down 5-3. Boston in full control.
And this plays nothing like my game. This is kind of lit. I was hating the Fortress S&D. But this is a spicy start. Awakening is not going to get kill number 11. We have slowed the pace right down now with Boston Breach on map point.
And this is just so many players stacked up. Bottom green, top maps, just ready for someone on Boston to overcommit and make a mistake. But Boston, no one's over aggressive. I mean, you have Vivid been watching the A cross the entire time, so I think Boston maybe just saving the nades and saving the tacks for once they get a little bit of intel.
Intel's what you're playing for right now. Oh, Nero Spots him on the cross. That's enough information for now. Is that going to push FaZe to now make a play? Damage dealt, but not enough to pull Nero into the gunfight, because you know FaZe have got teammates to lock that kill down. You take the bait, you are one dead fish.
And this is bold, man. This is the bomb leaning towards trying to cross towards B, and
Here he comes,
this is
here
a
he
near
comes.
impossible task, and that is a reason why Nero for the first blood gets the second to follow up. You got bomb down, you got Slasher and Cell in a 2v3 with no time to work with.
No time to work with. The go button has been hit. Less than 20 now on the clock. Cleaned up. Nero finds himself another great round out of Nero. Selling him last man left alive. 1v3. Nearly impossible. Time working against him. Vivid is there for the kill. Boston Breach get the job done, and they level up the series. Yeah, it's tricky, but we'll see how our professional players handle things. Some of the finest in the world going at it right now. It's basically a 2-2 split across the map for a defensive team. Atlanta FaZe will be on defense first, and into trouble you go. Nero, oh my god, Vivid finds a second. This is it, they're flying. Cellium, oh, he finally slows them down. Will he get any more than just the one? As he tries to roam the fortress holes and keep things safe.
And that's my expectation of, like, try to be annoying on the map, open things up, because Cellium right now can't afford to really look out these windows because he knows there's players underneath and behind him. So you got to get the pressure in and around green, and even if you do a good job, as soon as you get wiped, you're sort of back to square one. Now, B is a little bit open.
Oh no.
But maybe not for long. Simp is there.
Keep an eye on that mini-map, top side. You need to have at least one way out of your spawn if you're Boston Breach. The offensive team are doing the best they can. And right now, premium real estate owned. And Awakening Man, he's got his name on the deed. He is running the show right now for Boston Breach. And he's creating a lifeline. Now the flood now, the teammates can make their way towards B. They're getting there, but Simp's going to get those kills. Vivid, a second kill here would be huge. Wait for the reinforcements to show up. They're here. A BZ Knoll managed to get it done. Defense holds, all down in methods to keep this play alive.
And keep in mind, literally any segment that goes by on offense can have massive value long term. So Atlanta FaZe doing a nice job of making sure that doesn't come through, but still decent bit of pressure. As long as you have players up in the base around bottom green, you already see the first tick on A has come through. So Boston starting to make moves. This is a little bit of success.
Whoa, Method's massive work there. Up close and personal against Sim. Catches out another kill. The progress towards A now flying forward. The second segment gone. Only one remains, and you're going to see another minute added to the game clock.
Yeah, this is beautiful right now for Boston, and they should be able to secure it nice and safe inside of that. Not an 18-wheeler, the back truck, whatever it is, but they secured. Already fantastic work. And keep in mind, up 5 lives right now on kills. Boston are really pushing the pace.
Pushing forward, trying to get themselves in there. Cellium, nice bit of work through the door there. That's going to keep B safe for now, but you still got a decent amount of lives for Boston to throw at this one. 15 lives remaining. Time going their way as well. Let's see how B gets hit.
Oh, nades up top as well. That should be good for maybe a little bit of damage or to back the players out of the window. They're able to get up towards B consistently, like through A1 or through A2. They have the pressure on. Now it's just about the kills. They're collecting the kills as well, stopping the clock on point, and still that life advantage.
Meth is just lying just in wait there towards that archway. One of the A's. Chance just brought up a second ago. There's a big kill. There's still a contest, though. You have to clean this player off of it, and that's not going to work out. Simp and easy. The Terrors doing exactly what they do best. They don't let the first segment go through. They drain it all the way back to square one. Boston back to the drawing board.
Well, at least Boston still have the pressure on the map, though. It's not like they're getting pinned back in their spawn. They're consistently able to get up towards this green area of the map. So this is about as good as I think you could really expect things to get on offense. And another big win. Plenty of time. Only need 6 now, make it 5 more kills, and Boston could just instantly win the first offensive round of the year.
No, unbelievable. All expectations destroyed. Abizi, though, he's doing what he can. Vivid up next, another huge 1v1 win. It is 4-7. No lives remaining for Atlanta FaZe.
Can you imagine all that setup we did about the defense? I mean, Boston just wastes 0 time of frying from round 1, making us eat our words.
Crazy. Well, here comes Boston. One sledgehammer blow, and they could knock Atlanta FaZe clean on their backs. Easy blind away. Slasher devours one.
Trades.
Here come the trades. The trades are on. 2v5. Cellium wins another one. 10 seconds remaining, and this is going absolutely down to the wire. FaZe may just be able to stay alive. Can Cell get a kill here? 1v1 against Bidway. Gets it. Zip. Oh my goodness. Breach. I think it was 2 seconds on the clock. What a round.
Dude, and like already, I want this stat so bad. I want to fast forward a month or like even get the data from scrims on how often you actually win rounds on the attack. Because again, I don't think it's going to be as bad as Gavutu from the Vanguard season rather, but that is not easy. What Boston just did. I mean, right from the jump, they get 2 Vaznevs in bottom green, already causing problems and slaying out of their minds. That is a phenomenal first round. And I have the mentality, if I ever win a round on offense on this map, I'm like, oh, GG, we got it in the bag.
Well, what a start. And Boston's certainly bringing the heat here. My picks are already ready.
Oh, and this is it. And this is the spawn trap, by the way. This is where they actually have the control. This is where Boston never let themselves get put in. Now you have Atlanta FaZe truly stuck in the back. This is what I thought the standard was going to be. And just look at that tight setup from Boston. 2 players to worry about the left, 2 players to worry about that like big gate. And just nowhere you can really try to go. So tough to get out of.
Love this readjustment now from Boston. The covering fire there from Slasher enables his boys to get out. Bit of suppression. Fight their way forward as the kills are working out inch by inch. FaZe have managed to slip out. They've managed to get themselves closer towards A and immediately now oscillate from that top side of the map towards the A zone. Can they get forward? No. Vivid. Nice shots. Quick answer back here from Slasher. That's not going to be a problem whatsoever. The numbers now from Boston, though, chance starting to fade out. Only 2 alive at the moment.
And look, that is honestly incredibly well done to get out of the spawn trap by Atlanta FaZe, but it still takes 30 seconds to set all of that up. And then if you lose the gunfight to get traded, you're back to square one, but now they have the control, get a nice little 4 down, and plenty of players stacked up over towards A, so it took a long time to make it happen. Atlanta FaZe starting to make moves.
Atlanta FaZe! No, the nade! The trophy doesn't arrive in time! Whether it's a frag or a Semtex, it's Awakening and Methods, and that is massive from Boston Breach. Time ticking. You don't finish the job at A, and this is huge. Boston holds it down. Keep it defensively sound. They are doing just that. 20 seconds. Keep FaZe down. Keep them in the arm bar. They're going to tap in 15.
Oh my God, what an absolute dagger. You finally get the success over towards A. 3 players stacked on point, and then they just make it rain with the nades. And yeah, I mean, good luck flooding out of this one.
They had to flood through the double doors there. You've got 3 ways out of your spawn, and none of them are very fun. And Atlanta FaZe, it was all in on the double doors. And Boston, perfect read. The guns were up. There was no hope in hell there. Well, chance 2 back to back on Fortress, brother.
And we didn't even get to the part where, like, all the time Atlanta FaZe had to like take, I think they sent 3 players out of Arch, had a couple different double trials come through to clear all these players out. It takes them 30 seconds to find that opening just to actually get over towards A. And then all that work, and they never got a trophy on it. So, like, there's so many things on offense you have to do right. But, I mean, hey, Boston, 1 for 1. We go again.
I like this. Out we go. Superman second from the air. Wow, Vivid, so fast, so furious, so dead to a teammate, unfortunately. But Awakening, the man to get the job done for a moment. Trophies down in the middle of the map. It's going to slow down the throwing of anything dangerous from the other side. Abeezy wins a big one there on the Nero. And now the line in the sand is drawn. Middle of the map, all now Atlanta FaZe. Eyes towards the Boston spawners. Let's see how Boston breaks out of the trap now.
And let's also see how long it takes, right? I think maybe a minute and 10 was on the clock when they first got that, you know, technical 4 down. So they're starting to make moves and trying to clear out Abeezy, and not a fun task to have to do. He's cornered up, ready to go. Really just no openings just yet. Finally, Abeezy's going to fall, and I mean, that's what, 30, 35 seconds that just went by before they even set foot on A. It takes so long to make things happen on offense.
Yeah, well, there's a simp. Ooh, managing to get behind. Not enough to get the kill on a Vivid. Damage dealt, nades out. Here comes the counter-attack from FaZe. Beautiful work now to push that front line forward. A sweet nade from Nero there off spawn. But is it enough to buy the space? As FaZe are being cut down as they try to rush to the power positions. The top side of the fortress there, what we call the single window. Slasher now holding it down alone. Standing on the zone, draining it. He knows the other team's going to be coming for him. And so far, great work, Chance. Over to B we now go, though. Clock stopped at 21 seconds.
And I think maybe 1 player left alive. I mean, keep in mind, obviously, FaZe already have the tough task of needing to win a round on offense. But as far as the tick game goes, if you get a full shutdown here, which that's looking like it's not going to be the case, at least 1 tick has come through so far. They don't quite get the shutout, so Boston are doing a nice job. 2 front, 1 man. Pressure over towards B. The players just stay alive and buy their teammates time to get the pressure over towards A, so Breach really are making moves on Albagra.
Yeah, you draw the aggression all the way over from B. And Methods is still alive over there. He's playing it slow and steady. Abeezy's going to get caught. Massive work. The second. Pistol! No! Sally wins it. Quick draw there. 20 seconds though left now. Back over towards A. Finish your food, Vivid. A clean plate in this household, brother. That's that. A minute on the clock. 14 lives for Breach.
And that's just point. Yeah, it's so massive as well, just to get A like secured as well, and the like take over towards B. Because if they had gotten shut out, there would have been potential for Boston to end up on offense for the round 5 if we had gotten there. But I mean, they have just far and away, you know, exceeded my expectations for an attacking round. And I mean, still a minute left to work with. Plenty of pressure on the map. We'll see if they can make some magic happen again.
Yep. Watch out though, Wait. That's a lot of stuff thrown at you, mate. Creeping, crawling, slipping, sliding, shooting, Simp winning it. Backline safe. Don't have to worry about that for a moment. Method's going to now go for it, but again, Simp's there.
Oops.
Whoopsie daisy. These things happen, Nero with 2. That could be it. That's the wind in your sails. It's time to go.
Oh, man.
Left is Slasher. Slasher now down. Onto the point you go. This could be a perfect stack. There are so many members of Boston here to make this happen. Controls gone. B nearly finished. No way. No hope. Holy... I thought it was going to be so defensively sided. We were all wrong. We've all been hoodwinked, bamboozled, swindled.
See who's great at it. Just because we've talked about the water so much, keep in mind the visibility down there isn't the best. So I think we're also gonna, you know, occasionally see players swim right above and below each other and not even notice.
Yeah, it's very dirty, the water here in Al Mazrah. So far after a blistering start, though, Atlanta FaZe. Oh, Salium!
Yeah.
Damn it. Shame. Vivid, though, he's still dripping wet. Will he get another kill feed as he makes his way towards mid-map? Again, not an easy read to make. You know that that little water spot is there by P1, but Celium, top dome, finds the kills, all good. Nero taking a bath.
Yeah, water route number 1. Awakening tried to take his time to set up the flank early on, maybe to flip the spawns, but he gets red. And funnily enough, I mean, Atlanta FaZe does spawn on the good side, but I think with a teammate coming in from Celium, and then Celium also didn't watch the mid-map cut, Boston at least have battled out, and it's not like they built themselves a crazy lead, but they mitigated any damage that could have happened at the start of the game. That's good for step number 1. Step number 2 is making the break over towards P2, and it's not looking like they're going to have a fun time.
Yeah, P2, far right-hand side of the map, FaZe in there. FaZe with the lead now. And Simp playing this position far forward, trying to hold these players back. He's got the entire mid lane to watch. There's one, the second not there. Nero buys the space. Meanwhile, underneath, another water flank taking place. 45 seconds on this one for Atlanta FaZe. Not as easy to hold, and look at that. It's Vivid. He has snuck on through. He's made it onto the point. He's got the kill. Is this enough to get the break?
And this is also just an important moment because the pinch is coming through. But Boston, you make at least a mini break, and it's not looking like it's going to last super long. I think the trophies are on the hill, so Nero shouldn't be able to connect. And they're still fighting for it, man. 25 seconds left, and they still want to make moves and get these players off Pine. Keep in mind, we saw Selim on a 5. He's going to get shut down before he can at least double up on those streaks. Looks like Atlanta FaZe secure for those final 15 seconds, but Boston, they turned that into a fight. They had no map control at all and at least stripped away a few seconds. So it's not a great situation, but it could have been worse.
Much worse. All good now for FaZe, though. A solid lead over towards the next hard point we now go, and it's going to be Boston all day, baby. They're going to find this opening time. Will they be able to hold on to those? Methods keeps the middle of the map safe, not letting FaZe get out of that old hard point. Finally, though, an opening here, a window to dive on through. Will we see that dive take place? They're getting Nero, the next line of defense, and what a line it was. Backed up with Vivid there in the feed. FaZe have been slowed right down.
Yeah, and again, you know, talked about it a bit on Embassy, sort of that like exchange style of the hard points. If you win one hill, a lot of the times it's going to just set up the team for the next one in line. So P3 has been nothing but Boston's, and it's not looking like that's going to stop anytime soon. The trades are on point. The map control is there, and just like that, one strong hold, and you are right back in the game. And on top of that, you got the lead.
Vivid, okay, for those of you who noticed on the mini-map, Vivid hit this route. He got over to this point in time with like 35 seconds left on the point. A massive rotation.
Damn.
A big win from Abizi. He was in the back corner there for quite some time. FaZe now with an opportunity to take the lead back as this pendulum keeps swinging here in the hard points of MW2.
And Slasher might be able to set himself up for a free kill or two towards the middle of the map to sort of slow this push down, and gets the free first one, has to earn the second. But FaZe nice and secure on the rotation. If Boston won the last hill, FaZe should be set up for this one. So you see the cheeky idea from Vivid to try to make a play, but if it doesn't pay off, you got a long way to go to make the break.
Big work out of Boston, though. Fought their way forward. Inch by inch, they're in. Methods are top of the ruins now, looking for any sort of red head. I'm not talking about the Gingers. I'm talking about Atlanta FaZe. He's got some suppressing fire there. The hard point open for now. No one getting any time. It's not terrible for either team. Rotation's now going down. And there is a sneaky simp making his way over. Or a submerged simp. I take it back.
Scuba simp?
Swimming simp.
There you go.
And now a soaking simp. Into the kill feed he goes. That's going to be the next one up. Hard point, though, still in the hands of Boston.
Always been amphibious and now can do a little bit of parkour to try to work his way around the backside of the map. And yet parkour and bound spider simp as well, dude. We got all the simps in full force.
Wow, so many simps everywhere. Unbelievable. We're back on Twitch. I think we can say that. Either way, though, hard points up. FaZe have managed to fight their way in. There's a sneaky simp helping make that play happen.
Okay, dude. Well, I mean, hey, Atlanta FaZe, with all that work that they're doing to try to work the pinch, I mean, this is a hill where Boston got the early rotation to, and they get more or less broken straight from the jump. So one of those moments of the game where that exchange sort of style in hardpoint is not paying off for Boston, and eventually they're able to reclaim that control, reclaim the title, but a bit of a deficit they're now going to have to try to crawl their way out of. And even long term, if we're thinking about it, all of this, and we're just back to square one, it is Atlanta FaZe controlling the right side of the map. They're going to be set up long term for P2. So Boston, it's exactly like it was at the start of the game, except now they're down by 30.
Lovely form there from Vivid. A lovely time now to quite literally dive into Boston Breach for a quick listen in.
Yeah, nice.
I'll see red.
He's on top, I think.
Okay.
Bottom right.
I'm plugging the dome. Nice. I'm plugging the dome.
Under our
Yeah,
right.
here.
Okay.
Top dome dead.
Close right.
I'm in dome right now. Bottom dome.
Close right.
10.
He's our side time.
Shot
Back
me.
Big time.
Done.
He's there. First time, easy.
I'm stoning dome.
Watch out on me.
Nice.
job.
Last guy's, he's in
Big
new.
time. I need dome.
Flasher.
They're gonna hit it.
Don't push. I got it. Nade your don't push. I need
Top down.
I did not stun him.
Top down. Back
Top
up. Top him.
I'm stun here, bro.
You have trophies?
One left
Nade over you.
No, he's in 10.
Yep,
Right
10.
side
He's
10.
in. I know we're on.
Nice.
He's still dome. I stun him. Right side 10. Right side 10.
Okay.
One shot and
Drop right in there. 210.
Top dome.
Hold. Dead.
Top dome. Push up ramp.
Top dome.
I'm coming right with you.
I steal up.
Front P2. Okay.
Okay.
Steal up.
I'm
coming right with you.
He's still L. BZ.
Yo, wind's below me broken, I believe.
Yeah, they push out.
One shot. His stomach broken.
One's gonna go in the corner, bro.
I'm
Hey,
back.
trophy time.
Somewhere.
Yeah, they're spawning out. I don't see him top dome. Slash is spawning out. He's
I
bottom
don't see this guy,
broken.
don't.
Broken.
No, I'm done.
Broken one
I
time.
didn't even know. All in one time.
I'm broken.
He's broken.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I spawned back.
Broken.
Good job.
Yeah. No, the one's in front of me.
I have time right now. I'm laying down her.
He's still front.
I'm a front
There's gonna
shot.
be too front. There's gonna be too
Yeah,
front.
here in front right now. Stop.
Oh, watch out, Austin. I did it.
I mean, Chance, the way comms are having to evolve here in MW2, I mean, play is so fast, the time to kill is so fast. I mean, the way the movement works in this game, you can really make moves across map. Your communication has to be more on point, maybe than ever.
Absolutely. And again, this is what I think Boston needs, is like find these little ways to evolve, including the comms. And also from Vivid. I mean, Vivid over the past few years has been like the highest engagement, full speed ahead player in the league. But what we've seen from him on Hydra so far, he's been the route man, the guy blocking the spawn, finding a way to be annoying. And he's the guy that opened up the P2 hill for his team. So Vivid already a player making adjustments on, and he is obvious. Well, speaking of routes, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, dude, every time we go to a Boston player, they're underwater. It's great, man. I mean, we were like, yeah, no one's going to get the water. Yeah, they are. Vivid.
Oh,
Gets
God.
himself a couple, and Simp now on a spree. So with that being said, you're keeping the kills going. FaZe are still in the driver's seat as far as the time goes. Here we go, though. Counterattack from Boston, trying to get the break here onto the point. From up top, we're going to have Methods making his way forward. Slasher, prone. What an angle to take that fight from. Not an easy place to find kills. Awakening with Vivid in the feed. This is all good. Slasher, though, keeps the backline safe. Oh, no, but Abizi's getting picked apart. For now, you've kept the hard point safe, but you have not been able to get in there. Good work out of Boston, but not enough for the trophies. Here come FaZe, and it's Slasher in the feed.
And honest to God, on a hill like that, that is good work from Boston. But even with all that good work, it's still only to strip away maybe an extra 15 seconds. So you're going in a hill where they pretty much need the full 60 to get back in the game. And Abizi, well, he's starting off for Atlanta. They want to make this break, and maybe everybody gets their moment to shine and swim.
Not out of the woods just yet, though. Boston with the ability to pull the lead back right here, right now. The top of Methods, a difficult gunfight to take there from Slasher. He's going to give it the old college try. Time keeps on going. Precision airstrikes now lighting up the inside of Hydro. Here comes Vivid once again, submerged, out and about, into the feed, gets the job done from the heady. Brig work out of methods. The line is now held as Breach back on the point.
I mean, hey, maybe not the full 60 they were hoping for with the streak coming through, but they get the job done towards the end, and that final 20-25 seconds will go their way, and right back in the game. So all things squared away over towards that rotation. You see the battle methods, though, just gets caught out, and that is a nice, clean 3 in the feed for Atlanta. And look at how aggressive they're actually being on this map just for the setups at the start of this hill.
Yeah, great stuff. New hard points up. If we go to the generators, that's in the middle of the mini-map. Stranglehold still being applied by Atlanta FaZe, though. And from behind, though, once again, Boston Breach. It's methods. Slasher's in trouble.
And where are they looking to? Slasher is just now turned around. They completely gave up the back of the map. They gave it up. They had to have had a game plan, and then they just don't turn around. And Boston just get gifted the break on this hard point.
Boston Breach break. Can Boston Breach hold? 30 seconds remaining on the point. This is looking like a tie game, and what a way to do it. Boston right back into this one, kicking and screaming. And here comes FaZe trying to make their way through, and it's going to be a slow and steady approach. Slow and steady ain't going to win this race. It's not at all. Methods keeps finding the kills. Now the pinch is on. Here comes a hit from Water. Vivid's there. Lead change. Boston in the lead.
I mean, they just like made a present, gift wrap, bow tied, and hand delivered it to Boston. Opened up the game for him. And over towards P1, Methods is chopping them down along the way. His team will have the full setup, players on dome, players on the bridge, and a man in the hill. Good luck trying to break this one, and more importantly for Boston, even long term, should we see a P2, they have the spawns as well.
Salem gets the fishing job done. That's going to be that taken care of, though. Vivid now over towards the point. No FaZe members. Wow, no, Slasher somehow stays alive. He's still in position to take care of this point and keep these players out, but it's 20 seconds for the win right now for Boston Breach, holding it down. They can get the win here. Awakening, playing sneaky, playing safe. It's 10 seconds now for the bloody win chance. No one from FaZe able to get anything done.
No, they're not going to, man. You hand away the game like that, Boston are just going to run you over. 3 more seconds, all the kills in the feed. And I just don't know what the hell I just watched from Atlanta. I just straight up do not know.